the Lord.
Hallelujah.
Amen. Amen. Welcome back. Uh, I will be the one taking the next section, and I'm going to talk about more text, um, saving time, saving energy, saving money. There's so many things out there, but I'll just touch a few because I have just 30 minutes to do this. So one of the things I want to say is that sometimes we have three categories of parents, tech resistant, we have tech hesitant, and we have tech embracing. Tech resistant, they don't want to have anything to do with technology. Tech hesitant, come sad, they want to, but somehow they don't really get to get themselves really involved in it. And then there's tech embracing, those who everything that comes along, they want it, they want to try it. The goal of this conference is to help us, to be somewhere, not fully embracing, but we should be able to accept technology, and use it to improve our lives and the lives of our children. And hopefully we'll get one or two things from today's conversation. So before I talk about investing time and money, right now we have our first speaker mentioned social media, the second one brushed it a bit, but there are so many social media, social networking sites in the world. I was so amazed that we have millions. I was reading a book, I haven't forgotten the name, but it's like Fighting for Your Teens, what you can do to save them. It was about this internet, kids' exposure to internet. And that was 2009. And the person was claiming that they had about more than 500 social networking sites at the time. And when I looked at Wikipedia, based on the ranking, it just seems to me that we have millions. Of course, not all of them are open to everybody. Some of them are just groups specific to specific groups or specific nation, but we have millions of social media sites available. And so it looks like almost anywhere you turn, you can bump into one, of course, not literally. Then the other thing that I also found that this was a survey in 2017. They found out that in terms of using internet, the World Wide Web, the men were more prone to using it than women. In that statistic, 250, the shortage, absolute numbers and absolute 250, the population of women less than men was 250 million. So in the world, 250 million women were below, in terms of usage of internet, were below that of men. But that's the ironic thing, because when you start thinking that the internet, what do I call it? When you start thinking that social media has something to offer us, then you would think that women who are multitaskers, women, those of us who, not those of us, almost every woman is a multitasker. We have so many things on our hand. You would think that women would use this tool, we use this instrument to help make their life better and easier. So that is our goal for today. So one of the things I want to just prep us for is that we need to learn to invest time to save time. We need to learn to invest time. Sometimes some things like the second speaker just talked about Google Calendar, and I know some people go like, I don't have time. I don't have time to learn. Oh, setting it up. Oh, typing that name. Oh, doing the schedule. And it's easy to just push it aside. But when you can create that time to just enter those data, enter those information, search for calendars that you can add to your calendar, you just sacrifice a little time. You'll find out that it saves you a lot of time, and not just a lot of times. It saves you from embarrassment. You don't have to be telling people, oh, I forgot. Oh, I didn't know. No, like Sister Linda, let me pick up Pastor Mrs. Like Sister Linda said, Pastor Mrs. forgot her child's birthday. That doesn't have to happen. Is it not? Because you get the alert, you get reminder. Depending on your level of forgetfulness, you can set the alarm even a day. You can set it every hour within the day to remind you. So what I'm saying is that we need to invest time to save time. The other thing we have to also be thinking of is that sometimes we need to invest money to save money. Are there devices that may do us good, that may save us time in future? You know, sometimes some of those things may look expensive, but the payoff may be great. So sisters, as we go through these things, I want you to think about these things. Learn to invest time. Even if it takes 1 hour of your time, learn to invest time. If you need to take 1 hour of your time browsing through apps to see what will work for you, learn to invest time to save time. The other thing I want to say is that we need to be cautious, because everything has a potential to be an idol in our lives or a distraction from God. So when we start thinking about technology, I know some people, when we're thinking of the name, and someone suggested high-tech moms. That was not our original topic. We're talking about technology mama, technology moms, tech-savvy mamas. And let me just say, Pastor Mrs. suggested high-tech mom. I was like, initially I was hesitant. I said, this may scare people off when people say high-tech. But it is high-tech for us for some of us, because we are now going into it, is it not? But these are very basic, simple things we're talking about. But as we start getting ourselves into it, as we start trying to be less tech resistant, as we start trying to be more tech tolerant or more tech embracing, you may find yourself get to a point where you begin to love it so much. So this is a caution. You have to be careful that this technology doesn't become an idol in your life, that doesn't become a distraction from God. So without wasting time, one of the things I want to talk about quickly is using an auto pay system for all your recurring bills. This will look like a no-brainer, but not too many people think about this, is it not? Or some of them that know it, that think about it, they are not enthused about it. They don't want to do it. I do it. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of bills to pay. My husband, on the other hand, he's very cautious because, he thinks that, people can take advantage of you. They may put some charges, some fees that you're not aware of. And that is true, isn't it? So, but when we learn to do that, we can free up our minds for other things. No late fee, and stuff like that, You can do that using your company. You can set it up with the company, or you can set it up with your bank. When you set it with your bank, it's more flexible, isn't? I mean, you have some advantages. You can set it with your bank when you have irregular payments, or with companies that don't have auto pay option on their website. You can use your bank to do the auto pay system. So when you come to dubious companies, those who your monthly bill was $20, you set up auto bill, and then before you know, they are charging you $40. What do? There's not any strong way to go out of that, but it's just to review the companies and site. What I do is, some of this company, I go online, I do a review about that. And you hear some people say, they just ramp up my bill, they just do this. You can get an idea of the company. And then you can set bank alerts at any time a payment is made from your account, so that they tell you. So what the other thing you can do is, like, I have a steady space, I have a board, you can stick your major bills there with the amount. When you get an alert and you see the amount, you can just quickly compare. This doesn't have to take you a minute or 30 seconds. You just look and see whether the amount that is being charged is there. If you don't have time for that, you can just create the habit. And this you can put in your Google Calendar, is it not? Your Google Calendar, you can say, remind me to review my account. Whatever period, whatever frequency, but periodically just review your account or your payment history and see if you're being charged something you're not aware of, or being charged more than you're supposed to pay. And then the last thing I want to say with this is that for companies you're not very sure of, if they have a PayPal option, use it. I remember I was trying to find out a background information about somebody, and using Truth Finder. And I had done a review about them, and people were saying that, to cancel is difficult. Instead of them to cancel, they'll try to persuade you to join, reduce the fee, and all kinds of things. It's going to be a hassle, to cancel. So I went to their website, and then I noticed that on their website, It gives you a chance to sign up, but it doesn't give you a chance. This is something else you can check for companies. And that's why maybe it's better to sign up with your bank. So you can join, but it doesn't give you a chance on the website to cancel your subscription. So they indicated on the website that if you want to cancel, you should call them. I don't like calling people, it's just hectic. So anyway, I use the PayPal option. When my 1 month, set my Google Calendar to remind me that I need to cancel before the 1 month, 1 week before the time I should be finished, and I canceled it. No hassle, I didn't have to call them and go through all the trouble people are describing on their reviews. So sisters, auto pay, use auto pay. Don't be too scared. It will make your life easier. It will save your time. Okay, so that's just what I'm saying. If you don't want to use auto pay, you can also set Google Calendar reminders. You don't have to use Google Calendar. There are a lot of tools there. You can set those reminders to tell you pay your bill. Sometimes give yourself before the deadline. You don't have to wait to the deadline. Give yourself 2 days or whatever to the deadline, or even a week. Okay, but I think it is easier if you are doing auto pay. That would save you time. That would save you energy. The other thing I want to talk about, which is something I'm practicing more and more this time, especially with this COVID thing, is stop pickup. And I just realized that, things can be a lot better. This is a lifestyle I can adopt, is it not? You order your thing and most stores within an hour, you can pick it up, is it not? So you order your thing, and especially for things that are difficult to find, like something like go to Walmart, the customer service, in-store service is so bad. I'm looking for something and I can't find it. I tell you, there was one time I was looking for something for about 30 minutes, going from aisle to aisle. I asked them. Nobody was, first of all, I couldn't find somebody to ask. And when I found someone to ask, the person was not very helpful. So you can save yourself time and energy by ordering online, and then you pick up in store. There's an option there are a lot of options for grocery delivery or even item delivery, but they're more expensive because they'll put their own charges on the items, and then they'll still charge you for delivery fee. So I just order and then go pick up. There's also curbside delivery. The disadvantage with curbside delivery is you need to use the app. I haven't used that before. I thought it was just the same as stop pickup, but I found out that it's not the same. You need to use the app. You need to choose a specific time. And so, for most companies like Walmart, if you spend more than, is it $35, it's free. Some of them, the first 10 deliveries are free. And then the charge is not very expensive, between $1 to $5. So if that's an option you want to try to, that's good. But these things save you time. They save you energy. And I know some of us will like going to the store as a stress relief mechanism. That's fine. I still do my online ordering. Occasionally I go to the store and roam aimlessly, doing window shopping to relieve stress if there's any stress, but if you have kids, especially tiny kids that just drag you along the store or are distracting you because they want to look at this, pick this, stop, pick it is what you should go for. So these are benefits I have here. You don't have to wait in long queues. You don't have to wasting time roaming in the store. You don't have to do impulse buying. Anyway, you can still do impulse buy. So people do that online. But when I'm looking for something, I just type in the search, get it, no wasting time, just boom, 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 go to what I want to buy, what I'm looking for. So the disadvantage is that, for those who want to go socialize, you may not have that socializing time. But like I said, it doesn't have to be always. But if a significant time of your shopping is done online, you will save your time. Those who want to use it as an opportunity to exercise, maybe you will lose that opportunity. And those who want to see things, feel them before they buy, maybe this may not be very good. But there are a lot of things that we have a good idea of what they are. We've used them, we've bought them several times, so we don't have to feel or see. Then another thing I want to talk about is Amazon Prime for forgetful moms. Oh my goodness, I'm one of those last minute people. I'm so busy, and all of a sudden, even though I use Google Calendar a lot, there are some things I don't put in. Okay, and that sometimes I get the reminders and I just push them aside. But you know, when you have Amazon Prime, then you can be spontaneous, isn't it? You can get your today shipping, and so that is saves you money, and then you don't have to spend a lot of money on shipping or stuff like that. You have to spend to be a member 99 a year, and if you're a student, whether you're an adult, if you're a student, it's $50 a year. But I find Amazon Prime to be useful, and sometimes they have deals that can also save you money as a Prime member, besides other benefits like the wide range of entertainment that is open up to you. But for me, it is mostly the free day shipping. So I can just remember, oh, I've not bought anything for my daughter's birthday, and then there's Prime there to the rescue. Then there's another thing we can think of, that's pressure cookers. I know a lot of us, some of us have these. Some of us, we have it, but we use it very limitedly. Some of us, we don't even have it, but this is something that can save you time. You would need time to build the pressure, and release the pressure, but mostly it saves time. If you look at this, and I think it depends on the devices you're using. I haven't used it for beans before, but I have a friend, a Ghanaian friend, who say she cooks her beans in 15 minutes. And I keep telling myself, I need to try that. But here on this particular picture I'm showing, they claim this black eye beans, which is what, oh, this is black beans, not black eye beans, but they claim you can cook it in 5 minutes. Which is outrageous, but this doesn't take into account the pressure relief time and pressure build-up time. But you know what? And another advantage of this is that you don't have to be there monitoring and checking. Once you get your setting right, thinking of burning food. Oh, I used to burn food a lot. Part of it is because I have too many things, is not. I set it down, and when the food is taking too long, I feel like I can quickly do something else, and before you know, you get distracted and you burn your food. So pressure cookers, no constant monitoring, no burn your food. It takes time to pressurize. You have to give yourself an extra 30 minutes, maybe 15 minutes to build it up or more, and then to release it. But this can be a time saver. If you make the right practice, just train yourself. This is investing time to save time. See how it works for you, how you can use the right proportion of ingredients you can use, and this, I think, will be a good device to have in every home. So the price is between 60, there are some more expensive, but between 60 and 200, you should get something that should work for you. The other thing I want to talk about is the vacuum, the robot vacuum for cleaning, isn't it? You can automate it. You can remote control it. There are some of them that you can use your phone to remote control. Some of them come with their own remote control. You can vacuum while you're at work. You can set it up so when you go to do your shopping or you're at work, it cleans up your house. You can do it while you're sleeping. Like the picture I have here, the iRobot Rumble. I don't know if all of them do the same, but they can automatically recharge themselves. I know some sisters have it in their home, but if you don't have it, it's something you can be considering. And here again is some of those things that you have to invest money to save money or to save time. It looks a little expensive, but there are quite a number of them that in the price range of less than 200 that would work for you. I've seen Amazon, the reviews are great for a number of them, less than 200. They have reviews, 13,000 people giving reviews, and it's 4.5 or 4.6 and the like. So you should think of investing in a robot vacuum. These are some names, people use RoboVac, CyberVac, whatever it is, think of these automated cleaning systems. You can use them on hardwood, tile, carpet, different kinds of floor types. And then this another one, you getting our kids involved, is not. From age 2, I was reading an article and it says from 2 years, you should start training your children from 2 years to be doing little chores at home, and there are a lot of sites, Pinterest, where you can say age appropriate chores. Sometimes you can make it a challenge, a competition between you and the child. Let's see who do this first or clean this first. And when they help in the cleaning, it saves your time. And one of the appeal, I saw this on 2 websites, is to get tech cleaning gadgets for kids. Like what we have here is a duster. You know, they'll put their hand in this and it's like fun and they're just wiping. You know, those kind of things encourages them to clean up. This, what we have here is a brush. It's something for washing dishes. So this is the dish, this is the sponge. So things like this, the kids are excited. I remember when I got my spin mop, which I didn't even think was particularly any great thing, but say my youngest daughter was very excited just to press that thing and be spin. She goes like, no, I want to be the one mopping the floor, you know. So when we get some gadgets, you know, it can help the kids be excited about cleaning and helping us so that we can save time and save our energy. Yeah, this is another interesting thing that can save us time and energy. Item locator, you know, let me see whether I have my purse here. Anyway, for those of you who have been seeing me lately in church, I have my keys hanged up on my purse. It's there. It's not permanent. I can take it off, but it's almost like permanent. And that's because sometimes I keep my key at where I think I should keep it. Sunday morning, I want to go to church and I'm looking for my key. You wake up very early, you can spend 15 minutes, 20 minutes looking for your key and then you are late for church, you know, and they think you are not serious. The pastor thinks that this sister, how can she woke up late? You know, they didn't know that you had prepared long, but somehow your key was missing. And sometimes too, let me just put my husband in. Sometimes I may drop my key, my husband may just pick it and don't forget to drop it back there. So what do? I hanged it on my purse. But there's a device here, is not color code. You can attach it. They have a ring or a sticker that you can use to attach it to whatever device. You can attach it to your key. You can attach it to your purse. When it's missing, you just need to press the color code and it's going to ring out very loudly for you to know where the thing is. Just $22.99. If you are very, very forgetful and missing up things, I don't think there's a lot to spend. But this can save you time. This can save you energy. I was looking at the review and some people say they put it on their children when they're going shopping because their kids would often run out or before they know, they don't see them around them. So they were also using this to track children. So you go to the playground, you go to the beach, you can put it on your kid, put in their pocket or use the ring to hold it on their dress, whatever it is. But this is something that can save you time looking for stuff. So here it is. It's a wireless tracker. It can go 100 feet for this particular one. There are some of them that can go 300 feet. And you have some of these devices, you know, that can track. Of course, those ones are not manual like this. Those are digital tracking systems that can track the whole world, which people are using to track keys and stuff like that. They have like a button, tiny buttons you can place on the devices you want to be tracking. And people have used it to track their husbands, and I'm not saying track your husbands, they've used it to track their kids. Some people put you on the car, whatever it is. You know, there's one of them that regardless of where the person is in the world, you'll be able to track. So check out these kind of things and see whether they can help you. And then, so here it is, we have apps that can help you save money. I downloaded this app, did the setting, fill up this, but I just did it early this week. Unfortunately, I've not been able to shop. I was telling myself I need to buy something, but I really didn't have anything to buy so that I can fully share my experience. Unfortunately, I don't do that, but I have it now. I've linked my royalty cards to it. I've chosen the stores I like to shop in, and I want to give it a try. I've seen reviews. Of course, there are some negative reviews that it doesn't save you a lot. But I've seen people who says it saves them hundreds and stuff like that. So these are things you can try. But generally, from the review, it's something that I would encourage every sister to try. You get cash back. A lot of stores are included. And the good thing, the reason why I tried this is that I don't have to link my bank account or a credit card. You have some of this app that you have to link your bank account or credit card. They claim for where to be deposit your money. But these, I don't have to do that. So here are some things. If you decide to go with this app, these are some things I discovered. When you go to the setting, they claim that it has been checked, you know, share your activities with your friends. I don't want to do that. I unchecked it. And they had this thing checked. sell my personal information. I was like, what? No, I don't want you to sell my personal information. So I unchecked that. So if you decide to go to this app, just check out these 3 settings in pink here and uncheck them. The other thing I want to talk about is this Cam Scanner. I have used this a lot. I've had this app for, I don't know, maybe 7 years. When did I finish my PhD? Yeah, probably 7 years. And it just makes life easier for me. I don't have to be going to the office to scan. I don't have to go to Staples or whatever thing. You can have good quality scan as long as you set it well, you position, just taking the picture. But this is very, very simple. You can have clean, when you do it well, when you are 90 degrees, what will I say, vertically over the document you want to scan, not tilted or whatever, you can have a very great scan. Even if you are tilted, you still have a good scan, you know, and it helps you. There's this ball lever that helps you align your scan, and it has auto crop. So you don't have to be too careful that you're taking a picture of the surrounding. You can crop them off. It is I recommend it. Cam Scanner. Try the other scanning apps like that, but this is what I use. There's Adobe Scan, there's a Turbo Scan, but this is what I am familiar with. It has ads, the ads pop in, they're not that crazy, but when I was using it at the beginning, there were not too many apps, but now they have apps, but not too much to be a problem to me. So Cam Scanner, save yourself money, save yourself from looking for places to scan, do your document, and you can share it to any platform, to your email or whatever. I also want to talk about this. I haven't tried this, but I looked at a number of sites when I was searching for what can help moms to save money, because those were some such things, and this had appeared on a number of sites, and that's why I included it here. I downloaded it, but I'm still thinking whether I should enter my social security number. So, but for those of you who are not scared to enter the social security number, I'm still thinking about it, but this is very good reviews from many people, but it's a simple way to start investing, buying little stock, and they don't charge you like other companies. This used to be the only company that didn't used to charge, but recently, at least from articles I've read, more and more people are trying to make that service free. So you can try it other ones, but this was appearing on a lot of sites. And this is another tool that appeared on a lot of women sites, women productivity sites. I've not downloaded this, but I'm just including it here because it appeared several or many sites. And the reviews are also great, you know, just a financial management tool. And one of the things that I think people are pointing out is that it gives you options and gives you suggestions and advice on how you can save. You know, it helps you keep on budget. I don't know how it does that, but they claim that you set up your budget and it helps you keep on your budget and to track. So this is something you can consider as you're thinking of saving money. All right, I'll just ask to take 1 minute of your time. My time is up. So I won't spend time on this, but these are also apps. Personally, I don't like the Abide. It's paid 7 days free. I downloaded it, but it's $39 a month, 39 a year, $39.99 a year if you want it. But the reviews have been so good. I've seen that recommendation, but I've tried this Prayer Mate. This doesn't give you things to pray about, but it just tries to guide you to list people you want to pray for, what you want to pray about, and then you set reminders so you can be praying for them. And iDisciple I think it has a lot of stuff. I've downloaded that, I've tried it. You know, and this also I've downloaded it. I've tried it for a couple of weeks now. These are some things you can get there. Prayers, you can send your prayer requests. There are a lot of prayer requests. You want to pray for people. There are videos. There's a radio, random question generator for reflections and stuff like that. So finally, I just want to end that, you know what, as we expose ourselves to all these technologies, let us try not to complicate our life. Let us try not to make any of them become an idol, because you can get caught up in technology. You can get so dependent on them, but let us keep our modesty. Everything should be done in moderation. I don't think what I've shown us would make us live in excess, but if you keep discovering more and more things, the Bible says, you know, God has made us plain and simple, but we have made ourselves complicated through many inventions. So that will not be our portion. We will not make our lives more complicated than it is. Thank you very, very much.
All
Uh,
right. Thank you, Sister Dzidzor.
I will stop sharing my screen now and allow Auntie B. If you have any question, we're going to have a question section after the next speaker. So I'm going to just allow Auntie B now introduce the next speaker.